In this segment, we want to talk about not wearing yourself out. As a caregiver, you're going to get a lot of advice from a lot of doctors about you have to take care of yourself, because if you don't take care of yourself, you can't be a caregiver to the PALS. You probably don't realize, or at least I didn't realize, that I was wearing myself out. It's not a conscious thing that you're aware of, but it happens slowly over time, and you really can get yourself into a frazzle that's really serious. One of the things I noticed is I started losing my temper over little things that weren't important. I would be more angry when I was driving somewhere with other drivers than was certainly warranted by anything. I found myself dropping things a lot. I pick them up and I drop them, and I have to go pick them up again. I found that I was waking up much more tired than I normally would. Those are signs that you're probably wearing yourself out. And you can't be a caregiver if you're worn out. You have to take care of yourself. You have to give yourself time off. I found that if you could schedule breakfast with friends where you could be out for an hour and a half, really helpful. Schedule lunches with friends. I had a weekly tennis game just once a week. Really helpful to be able to go and get some exercise and get away from being a caregiver for a little while. If you have a card game, if you got a poker game every week, make sure that you continue to do that. You're probably going to feel guilty. I know when I was gone playing tennis, initially I really felt guilty about being away from my wife and not being there as a caregiver. But at least initially, the PALS can be alone for an hour and a half. Nothing serious is going to happen. And maybe later on, you've got to think about getting somebody to come in and sit with her or sit with the PALS and be there just as company while you're gone. But certainly, initially, the PALS is perfectly capable of reading a book or watching television or doing their knitting or whatever it is that they normally would do if you weren't there, and you can be gone for an hour and a half, or a couple hours, and things will just be fine, and it'll really help to clear your head and make you a better caregiver.